Hi, this is Ryan from After the Demo, and we're doing a single player game today, and that is Vampire Crawlers, the turbo wildcard game from Vampire Survivors. Right after the game loads, the first thing I like to do is usually dive into the options just to see what we can change to maybe fit our needs better. So we have options for gameplay, graphic settings, sound and music, accessibility, input, which is really nice for a lighter game like this that we can actually change stuff. And then if you would like to use a controller, we have input settings right there. We'll go back, and after that, maybe just dive into a new game. Get a little bit of an introduction here, and then we're going to start what is kind of the tutorial, right? Just to kind of get a feel for the game, nice and light. We're going to navigate down this path. Cards will pop up in front of us, and we're going to play them. So let's play the knife and deal 40 damage. And we're actually controlling the movement on here. Let's see. Hit knife. Again, I think that's all we get right off the bat. Okay, so we leveled up. We get a new card. The King Bible. Deal 40 damage with a chance of knockback. All right. And there's going to be certain obstacles that pop up. Chests, other stuff. And you just kind of ram into them. All right, what do we get? Combo stack. Play cards in ascending mana cost order for a combo multiplier. So we're getting cards, but we're also getting some passives in there as well. And so you see these arrows here. You can click them and to move on the map, or use your controller and actually turn your character too, or you can use the arrow keys. W is forward, Q and E would be the rotate buttons. So let's keep moving. Get these bats. Attack with the knife. We'll play that King Bible. Now we're doing 80 damage because we played those cards in ascending mana cost order. All right. Something else bump into. Give us a little gold. All right. Just keep moving. 0. Now for this first part, we don't really have a lot of options for the cards. It does kind of feel like we're just playing the same thing over and over until we get to the village over here. Again, it's just to give you a feel for the game, and it does move fast. You can see we now have an axe. Since we leveled again, we are able to pick up an axe. After this tutorial, you'll have more options of cards to choose from every time you level. Alright, so we're going to get some spinach, deal 10% damage. Let's crash into this wall here. And that just upgraded our mana levels. So now we're capped at 3. So now you actually have some options here, right? Because since we only have 3, do we want to play the spinach, then maybe the axe, or the King Bible? Chances not. We'll do the axe. So we'll do the spinach, and then we'll hit the axe. And I took out most of them, but that's our turn, so they're going to attack. We have our health over here on the left. Knife. Bible. Bam. Alright, we're almost to that village. Alright, oh. It's kind of the boss here. Knife. Bible. And just out of habit, since we were presented with it earlier, again, playing those cards in ascending order. That will not carry over once you actually start the game, unless you get that passive again. Alright, so cool. We get some Santa Water. Deal 60 damage, burns enemies after this turn. Very nice. Play it. And you're going to notice, obviously, as you kind of look around, you're carrying over a lot of that feel and graphic. And you'll notice, as you're looking around, you're carrying over a lot of that feel of the animation style and the graphics from Vampire Survivors. Let's just do this. Oh, that's it for our turn. Alright, play the knife, Bible, just to take them out. I've leveled a few times. Thank you, Crawler, but the vampire is in another coffin. Gotta love that reference. All right, and that's basically the tutorial that's going to get you into the town. And Antonio, that's our first character, Antonio. So when you're in the village, the buildings here are basically your menu for how to navigate the game. We have stuff. This is how you get to the options now. Your town hall, which tracks your unlocks. You can check that out real quick. You just see a list of them here. So I don't think you can actually do anything here, but if you wanted to see what you are working towards and maybe kind of really focus on something, I guess you could do that. All right, let's back out. The world map is where we're going to do our next mission. Right, and eventually we'll have another option to the right here, which is the shop. Okay, let's go back to the world map. And we are going to go to the Mad Forest, once a thriving haven, now a dumping ground for evil. A vampire is said to be the root of this evil, but we can find only mayhem and roast chicken. Right, so we have no unlocks for it. There's the difficulty level set here. I don't know if that changes. Nothing happens when I click on that stuff. Clicking this is going to enter the level. And just like before, we're going to navigate this, but it's not a linear path. We do have choices on where to go, which is kind of nice. Let's take out some bats. Let's play at spinach. And the whips are 0 cost, so we can do those. Boom. Done. And you're going to move pretty fast, right? Especially the more familiar you get with the game. We're going to pick up that King Bible. Go forward, attack some more. Now we got some skeletons. 0. Add that armor up. Do the Bible. Whips 0 cost. Still at 60 health, so it's okay. Take these out. I like to try to clear the whole level. I don't know, are you a completist as well? You don't have to. You could go straight for the boss. Let's get that spinach, play that damage. Alright, let me think. The King Bible, the whips don't cost anything, but the Bible takes them out. I think I missed a bat to the right there. Get our armor, eat our spinach, and do that whip. So we don't have that passive right now, the pancakes. So it doesn't matter if we play them in order or not. We'll get that armor, play the whip, King Bible. See, now we leveled up. We get a reward, and I'm going to go with another whip. They're 0 cost. It's kind of like a little freebie attack. I like that. Let's back up here. All right, so we crashed into the bat. Armor, whip, Bible. Easy. Easy. All right, let me turn this around. Sometimes there will be chests and stuff too, not just enemies. Woo, oh. Should do the spinach. Spinach whip. I miss the spinach sometimes. Alright, so armor, whip, Bible. Alright, we're almost level 4. Alright, but it's time for the boss of this level. And we're going to dive down 4 times for the Mad Forest anyways. Armor, whip, Bible. I don't know, I can't tell if we're getting extra bonuses for not using all of our mana or not using certain cards. Take some more armor. I didn't really think that through. I probably should have went for the knife. Spinach, whip, whip. It's not a big deal if we miss that spinach. It's only giving us 2 extra attack, but maybe that's important right now. I don't know. We got this dude either way. But something to be mindful of is that our health for this level is going to carry down to the next level. So if we're at 52 here, that's what we're going to start the next level with. Get that armor, do a whip, the Bible. Thankfully, our armor has kept us from dropping below 52. Spinach, whip, whip. Armor, whip, Bible. Come on, this has got to get, yeah, cool. It's like, come on, dude, you gotta drop dead. Do we want more armor? I think I like the Bible. The Bible is a big attack, and chance to knockback's pretty sweet too. We'll take that. All right, so we're gonna hit this shovel here. I should have showed you, but it'll pop up on the map next. So if you look in the lower right-hand corner, we see 2 of 4. So we're on level 2 of 4 of this dungeon. Crash through this log. Ooh, we get a gem hammer. Unlocks the ability to add gems to cards. Find gems in chests or when leveling up. So this isn't upgrading the cards, just attaching a new ability to a card, which something like Monster Train, I feel like they do something similar. A lot of games probably do it. All right, and we're going to get our first gem, which hits twice as hard. So the King Bible is a pretty heavy hitter. So let's attach that to it. And now it's going to do 80 damage instead of 40 as we smash and bash those enemies. All right, armor whip. Armor whip. Try to take out this boss. Armor, spinach, Bible. This got to get him, right? Oh, we got some junk. This card will disappear at the end of this encounter. Alright, just trying to fill my hand with some junk. Alright. He's hurting me, dude. He's hurting me. Whip, Bible. Finally, get those gems. Right, smash into the treasure chest. What are we going to get? Oh, hit twice as hard again. Yes. Put that on the Bible. Alright, let's go down. He was kind of hard. He took a lot of health from us. So this is where, you know, we could take the longer path, or we could take this path. A little mini game there. Smash the button, hit the little goblin with as many cards as you can. It's going to level us up. We'll take some more. It's a tough choice. Armor, Bible. Armor, Bible. Probably armor. We got more than one level. Okay, so we'll take the Bible there. All right. Come grab this dude. Armor, whip, Bible. There we go. I like it. I like when we don't get hit. Right. Little zombie dude. Spinach, armor, whip. I actually was trying to hover over the armor there, and I noticed that the yellow one popped up instead. Alright, you really just have to make sure. If you're going to move fast, you just have to make sure. Do numbers work? If I hit 3, it pops it up, but you still have to click it. Alright, armor, whip, Bible. Armor, Bible. We have 4 armor. Are we going to survive? Yeah, okay. Cool. Armor, whip, Bible. I feel like I say armor, whip, Bible a lot. Right, getting something new. Oh, I like the knives. The knives are pretty sweet. I don't like the wand. Alright, it's a free hit too. Alright, on to this bat mini boss. The knife, whip, Bible. I do appreciate that we have a lot of 0 cost cards. He's hitting us though. Armor, Bible. Will this take him out? Ooh, no. But that armor helped us. Armor, whip, Bible. Oh, so close. Alright, took a health point off. Oh, missed the spinach there. Spinach, armor, whip. This dude's rocking us. Armor, whip, Bible. Ooh, increase area stat, increase might stat. So that's hit twice as hard too. The twice as hards are so nice too. Let's go for the might. Ooh, so that's just going to increase, I guess, the damage for that. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. That might not have been a good choice. We have some Bing upgrades here. What can we do? Cash out. Spend a card to get a permanent stat boost. I guess I can. I wish one of these were a whip. I'm gonna spend an armor to do. I'm just going straight for the boss. 18 health. Ooh, armor. Bible. Didn't do anything. Armor. I guess the damage kind of hurts when you only have buff cards. Whip. Yeah, we should have did this whip first. It's alright, we have the Bible coming here. What are you going to do? I'm going to wipe out that whole row. Okay, so fortunately they were back a row and they had to move up, which helped us out. We'll do whip. This Bible. So, okay. I think I'm getting it. Can I see that whip? I wish I could see that whip. I think it's just activating on the next card. It's either that or it's that row. I might need to look that up. We'll do this. Just adding that splash damage. And the whip. And finally the Bible onto the mantas. We may survive it. I don't want to jinx us, but we may survive this. Okay, I'm trying to be smart. So the whip is going to add that. The splash damage, which I guess doesn't matter. But I'm going to play the bigger card right now because I'm afraid I'm going to lose that perk. Yeah, so we did. Alright, 75 damage and knockback. 75 not going to be nearly enough. I like the knockback though. That is a solid strategy to keep pushing him back every time so they can't do that attack. Alright, 20% damage, 16% damage, which is not much at all. Ooh. Alright, armor, 160 damage. Get that knockback, come on. Oh, did I don't think he did. Armor, 170 damage, 10% might, chance of knockback. Oh, they did. Okay, cool. Armor, knockback. Oh, it must have like piercing damage, right? Because we still have a little bit of armor left. Definitely hurting us. our actual HP. Do this. Alright, we got 210. This is... Yes! Oh my gosh, that was so close. Ooh, a knife that deals 110 damage. I think that's pretty solid. The area stat is fine, but I like that knife. I'm going to grab that knife. Alright, what do we got in the chest here? Choose a gem. Add, ooh, hits twice as hard. Those are pretty sweet. Oh, where's the 110 knife? That's what I wanted to put it on. We'll do it on the Bible. Alright, 4 of 4, so what happens now? Okay, I was a little scared there for a second. Just dude comes up and just kills us. So that's what it looked like. Stage completed. Alright, let's hit done. We have our results. How long the round lasted, level, floor, bunch of fun stuff here. Coins earned. I think on the right side we have the character we use, and then I think that's how many times we played the cards, how many chests we picked up, bonus coins, boom, how much each card damage each card did. Those King Bibles, oh my gosh, 6.6k, drastically out damaging the other cards. All right, hit and done. All right, so new unlocks. Reach level 10. We have some stuff here. Go through them. I'm going to hit done. Now, is it going to bring us? Okay, cool. So it just brings us back to the village. And we can see that we have a few new options here. We have the shop and we have the Gorton Bell. Let's enter here. And we can pick up some new fighters. All right, I'm not going to spend anything right now. I'm just going to hit confirm to go back. So enter the shop, see what power-ups we can do here, right? Okay, all right. Attack, deal splash damage. I assume these are just going to go... Okay, so they're permanent passives is what they are. We're going to see them listed here, man. Okay. So adds 2 armor per rank. That, oh, I was going to say we're going to pick that up, but it's 1,500 gold. Can we afford any of these? We can afford some of them. 10% per rank, luck, XP per rank. What was that first one? Splash damage per rank. It's only 400. 1 HP per rank after each encounter. Heal 1 HP. Doesn't sound like a lot, but I think it actually would be. Because you have a lot of encounters where you don't take damage. I'm actually going to grab that, I think. Get some rerolls. Cool. Let me pick that up. Alright, so now we have recovery 1%. Alright, we have 100 gold left. And this was the unlocks, the graveyards, the options. I think that's basically the game. Let's check the world map. Are we still at the Mad Forest? Ooh, we have the Inlaid Library. And then, of course, the village. And that's Vampire Crawlers. There's a lot to like here. I like how fast-paced it is. I need to look into how those passives stack a little bit more. But it does seem like there's a lot of interesting options there. They kept the feel of Vampire Survivors, and just going back to that fast-paced, I love how quickly everything moves. I also really like how you navigate the map for the level. It makes it feel like you do have choice. You can skip enemies to try to get through that level as fast as possible. You could take everybody out and get that extra XP, but you also really need to think about your health and are you going to have enough to survive the entire level. The enemies do their job aesthetically. I don't know if they're super interesting. There's not a huge variety yet. Maybe we'll see that as we move into the other levels. But this is a game that I'm assuming is going to be relatively low cost and maybe something that I would throw on to kill, 20 minutes while waiting for a buddy to jump on and play a different game. I think it'll also be interesting to see what those other characters bring to the table, what abilities, how it's going to make the fights feel different. I think there's a lot here, and you should definitely try it out. So until next time on After the Demo, this is Ryan. Take care.